BMW get this thing so wrong? Oh, God. It's twitchy, it's unpredictable, and in the rain, it's somewhere between spiteful and undrivable. Oh, God, undrivable. But that said, this has to be the winner of this test because Richard Hammond has got one of those. What's wrong with that? That was a professional review.
Points, but you were doing so well and then you ruined it at the end.
What do you mean ruined it?
Well, by saying you'd have a worse car because I haven't got one.
That Porsche wounded me.
Wounded?
It did wound me because, you know, it's got so much grip that you're sort of forced into the seat, and the seat's got this stitching on it which digs a hole in your back. Honestly, I've got a picture of what it did. Look at this. That's my back.
Oh, I'm amazed you weren't hospitalised with that.
That is a savage wound.
Mine's never done that to me.
That's because you're a midget. You don't reach that high up the seat.
Or maybe you're a freak and it's in the wrong place.
It's not just the fact it wounds you. Also, the Porsche's more expensive than the BMW.
Yes, but I'd rather spend £131,000 on the Porsche than £120,000 on a BMW that's not very good on the road, not very good on a track, and no good at all in the rain.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
Well, hold on.
What?
I've got to the bottom of the problem with the BMW. It's right here in the blurb. Developed on the Nürburgring.
Yeah, and actually, speaking of tracks, it's now time to hand the M4 over to a man who thinks that sparkling water is basically communist. Yep, time to give it to the American. There he is. And he's off, no messing. Parts from the exhaust on the upshifts as he attacks the isn't straight. I wonder if he actually knows what he's in.
Driving a BMW. British Motor Works.
So, that's a no then. OK, continuing up the isn't.
They say it's got more power. Than what, my damn toothbrush?
OK. Right, to the end of the isn't now, and into your name here. Hard on the brakes, keeping it all in check, and surely he'll appreciate the turbos punching him out of the corner.
Turbos on an engine is God's way of telling you it ain't got enough cylinders.
My mistake. Right, back up the isn't. Really winding up that straight six. Must admit, from the outside, it sounds good. And already he's turning in hard, round the unexploded bomb into the narrowness of old lady's house. Yep, back on the power for the bumpy bit towards substation. Idiotic splitter in peril over the ruts. Now working the ceramic brakes hard for the tight left. Tickle of power. There it is. And left again into field of sheep. A whiff of oversteer and across the line. It looked tidy.
Yeah, looks all right.
It looked tidy. Right. Let's bring up the leaderboard if we can. Now, there we are. Look, we've already had the 911 GT3 RS round.
What, and you're not going to show the lap?
Nobody's interested in watching an American big sawn in half by a glorified Beetle. It did 1:24. Right, so now let's see what the M4 did. Let's put the time up. There it is. Oh, 2 seconds slower, and that's a short... That's unbelievable. That's not good, is it?
No, that isn't. I mean, it's only a second faster than a Porsche 718.
I know. I mean, I admire BMW for trying with that car. I really do. But, my God, they made a hash of it. In fact, I'm trying to think of a metaphor for someone who's really tried their hardest with something and it hasn't worked.